What's up, moviegoers? Welcome to another episode of Cinema Buckets. Today, we are going to be diving into one of my favorite classic Halloween movies of all time. I mean, I'm very biased of this movie just because I grew up watching this movie, watching every single movie that this comedic duo has made. And this movie today is Abbott and Costello Meet Frankenstein. Like I said, it is kind of just been painted ever since I can remember my uncle showing me this movie and me just falling in love with the characters, with everything. Again, Bud Abbott and Lou Costello, comedy duo. This movie came out in 1948, so it's a little bit um, it's an old school. It kind of shows you my age, but it's one of those movies that every single time Halloween comes around, the spooky season comes, I am on it, always watching it. And regardless if it's, to be honest, regardless if it's spooky season or not, I tend to watch it. If it's on, like I went and I remember the release of it, remember buying it on Blu-ray because I was like, I need to have it. And I actually got it separate. So I do have the Abbott and Costello collection, the Universal collection. All the movies they did, again, the production was Universal Studios. And I remember buying that whole collection, but then getting this separate just because, like I said, I love this movie so much. Not only do you have the classic monsters, you have Bela Lugosi, the original Dracula. He's in the movie. Lon Chaney, the all-time original Wolfman. Glenn Strange as the monster, Frankenstein's monster. And it's just the cast itself is amazing, and it's so much fun to see that kind of that pairing. And again, it's slapstick comedy. It's a little bit maybe for this day and age, it's a little bit different. Maybe people might not find it as funny. Like I said, I have that nostalgic in me. I always tend to love it, and always again, people get thrown off too with the black and white. I'm a big fan of watching films black and white. I really like black and white films, but I get how it could kind of lose people if you're not a fan or never watched a black and white film before. But again, the cast itself, it's is amazing group. I'm gonna guys tell you guys the plot of the movie and a couple things why I like it. Okay, so it's um it's directed by Charles Barton. The film features Count Dracula, who has partnered with Dr. Sandra Mornay in order to find a brain to reactivate Frankenstein's monster, Glenn Strange, and they find Wilbur Gray, which is Lou Costello, which is a short, fat one, the ideal candidate. So you have them as their handlers, and they take um, these wax figures. It's a MacDougal's House of Wax, and they're handlers, and they're dropping off the shipment. But long and behold, the shipment contains Dracula and it contains Frankenstein's monster. And from that on, I mean, it is so funny. And then you have the Wolfman trying to help them out, trying to track down and get Frankenstein and Dracula. So, like I said, it's one of those movies that you should give it a shot. You really should give it a shot. Like I said, I love this movie. It's a fun, silly movie, and it's always a good time, especially around Halloween. Like I said, if you are a sucker for the original classic Universal monsters, they have them all in here. Invisible Man makes an appearance. And that kind of started its little trend because I believe they made one uh, Abbott and Costello Meet the Mummy, which is also a good movie. Abbott and Costello Meet the Invisible Man, and so you guys check them out if you want to. I recommend it. That's probably one of my highest recommendations if you haven't seen this because it is such a classic and I love it to death. And like I said, every Halloween, guys. So let me know down below if you've never seen it. Go check it out. I think it's on, I want to say it's on maybe Tubi or Peacock. So go check it out. Let me know. And if you want, go ahead, go to the store, run out and buy it because, like I said, instant classic, one of the best. So Thank you guys so much, and I'll see you another time.